Hello everybody, my name is Christel from Christel Designs, and today you see an in-game footage of the game Dead by Daylight. And you see the character of Meg Thomas, whom we are gonna draw today. Now what is Dead by Daylight? Dead by Daylight is probably at the moment my favorite game to play. It's an online multiplayer game of 4 versus 1. You have 4 survivors who need to activate 5 generators or repair 5 generators to activate the exit gates in order to escape. And you have the one killer who, as the name suggests, needs to kill the survivors. Well, Meg is one of the 4 original survivors. You had at first Dwight, who is the leader, Jake, who is the survivor who can do things on his own, Claudette, who is the healer, and then you have Meg, who was going to be the athlete. At this point they made the game so that all the perks, also known as abilities, are transferred to every single survivor. So the survivors are actually just skins on which you can have all the abilities, and I at this point have all my abilities on Meg, so I play Meg a lot. My boyfriend has them mostly on Jake, so he plays Jake a lot. But for killers, they all have, well, you can have all the abilities on one killer, but the killers do have special abilities. For example, the Huntress can throw a hatchet, the Wraith can go invisible, the Trapper puts on traps, Michael Myers stalks, the Hillbilly and Leatherface both have a chainsaw. Okay. Well, as you already probably know from me saying Michael Myers and Leatherface, there are licensed characters in the game for both killer and survivor. So for killer, the licensed characters are, well, Michael Myers, Leatherface, Freddy, the pig from Saw. Anyway, you also have them for survivors. So with Michael comes Laurie Strode. With Freddy comes Quinta Smith. With the pig comes Detective Tapp. But we also have 2 survivors who are not related to a killer. We have Bill, aka William Overbeck from, I believe, Left 4 Dead. I believe Left 4 Dead. And recently we've got S.G. Williams, and I really don't know where he's from. The only thing I know is they advertised him with the original character who played Ash does now his voice on Dead by Daylight. I have to make a disclaimer at that point. Hashtag not sponsored, because this video is not sponsored by Dead by Daylight or anything whatsoever except from me. But I talk in this video a lot about Dead by Daylight because we are drawing a character from that game. So that's why I want to give you information about that. If you want to know more about Dead by Daylight, I suggest you look it up. There are a lot of YouTubers who do gameplays of the game who are really high ranks, but also experience the most bugs, and lag switchers, and other kinds of cheaters. Well, the YouTubers I watch who do those gameplays for Dead by Daylight are people like Hybrid Panda, Monto, Poppers, Noobtree, Lord Minion 777, Ochido, and True Talent. With Ochido, I really recommend him because he has a playlist of Dead by Daylight funny moments. And that's just funny to watch. I mean, it's funny moments, so it should be funny to watch, right? Right? Well, at this point I want to talk about the drawing. First of all, I want to apologize for my head sticking out several times in the camera. But on the other hand, apparently I'm that comfortable by leaning in to look at my drawing, at what I'm doing, and not paying attention to the camera, so that's a good thing, I believe. Yeah, I'm coloring her in with the same technique as I did with Aang and Ceres. I talked about that last video, so I'm not gonna do that. But I also wanted to say that I'm really happy about how her shoes turned out. Because I suck at drawing feet and shoes. Now I have to admit that feet are a lot better than shoes, because they actually look like feet. With shoes, no, just no. But the way her sneakers, shoes, whatever you want to call it, turned out, I'm really happy about that. I didn't expect them to actually turn out okay. Sorry, I have a proud moment. I want to share that. As you can see, I also have a piece of plastic underneath my hand. That's because I was already smudging the paper with my hand. And in order to make sure that I wouldn't smudge it more, or even ruin the goddamn drawing, I put on a piece of plastic so it wouldn't smudge anymore. I'm going a little bit ahead of myself, but I'm still gonna say it. At one point I attempted to draw the Dead by Daylight logo. At the moment that I drew it, I was like, yeah, that's a very good idea, I should totally do that. And after it was finished, I was like, yeah, it totally looked good, and wow, I can't believe I managed to do that. And the days after that, I was still like, yeah, that was a very good idea. And now that I'm recording my voice for over this video, I'm like, I should not have done that. Well, you're gonna see why I say that. I'm not gonna spoil that for you. You have to watch that. Now maybe I can talk to you about a little meme that Dead by Daylight has. It's actually something one of the producers said, or developers, sorry, said during an interview, and that's, I think we did a pretty good job so far. Well, if you watch the videos of Wachido, you will understand why it has become a meme. Mostly because when there is a bug, people are like switching, or something else happened that shouldn't be in the game, everybody goes, I think we did a pretty good job so far. Then again, you can also use the meme in your everyday life. I would recommend that, because 9 out of 10 people don't know what you're talking about, and the insiders know. And that's funny. Well, as you can see, I'm drawing the Dead by Daylight logo. Why I now disagree with it is because it's not apart from Meg, it's actually integrating with Meg. It's right next to her feet. In fact, it goes behind her. You could say that. And that's why I'm not so happy about that. But for a first attempt at that logo, yeah, I'm really proud of myself. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and follow me on the other social media. And I will see you next Friday. Goodbye!